Hello again, this is Bill St. George. Welcome to another Impression show. After many years of being on the air, I think my pension check kicks in pretty soon. Anyway, that's the building that I have my space in. It's blatant advertising. But anyway, it's one of those days, either or, so Bob and I figured, let's come out. Beats being in a studio. What I thought I'd do is I'd show you what happens, or some of the things to try to avoid and whatever, and to be prepared, like the Boy Scouts, with painting outdoors. First of all, step one is to make sure the legs are straightened out. Now, I'm going to start with a white canvas. Usually I start with something else. So let me get my paints out, and then I'll prepare the canvas. In the meantime, we can take advantage of all the beautiful traffic going by. This is a French easel, field easel type, and believe it or not, excuse me, Bob, I'm sorry, just want to get a little slack there. This is called, this box here, which is great for this, is called a French mistress. So, no kidding, just no allusions to anything other than painting. So French easel, French mistress, whatever. Okay. Let's see, I got my paints in here. I know you're all thrilled, but try to control yourself back home, please. And we're at the corner of Charles Street and Boylston. This is Boylston, runs into Charles this way. And that red building on the corner is this one here with the flags in front is the Four Seasons. And then if you swing over this way, there's an air gas truck. And that building there is Tupac Square. Now the alleyway next to that building, there's a plaque on the wall, and it's for Edgar Allan Poe. Now there was a house back there at one time, or maybe it was on this location, I don't know. I think the house was in the alley somewhere or whatever, but that's where he was born and lived, and he wasn't too crazy about living in Boston. He couldn't wait to get out of this. For some reason, he wasn't enamored with Boston. He's more associated with wherever he's buried was. Is it Baltimore? Something like that. Somebody visited his grave every year and brings a bottle of something, rum or something, and pours it on his grave, has a drink, and leaves it. And I don't think it happened this year, but it's been happening every year for dozens of years. And then the next building is, of course, the Steinway building. So, and that's the one we're gonna attempt today. Anyway, I got my paints. I'll load this up. And it's a little tip when you're putting your colors down. And I don't want this to sound too elementary, but your cool colors, your blues and your greens, you probably end up using more of them than your warm colors. Warm colors have a tendency to they have more spread. They're built. They're made out of metallic, whatever. And my point being that you probably need more cool colors put down, a little more than you do the warm colors. Sometimes I have students that will take equally, they have boom, a big load of paint, all their colors, and then they end up scraping it off after they're through, and it's kind of a large waste of paint, especially when your warm colors are the most expensive colors, the yellows and oranges and reds, cadmium red, cadmium orange. They're obviously made with a metal base. So they have an extension, a larger extension. Well, I don't even know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Found out one thing, you know, I buy my paints usually at various art stores around, mostly from Johnson's, but Blick's or Utrecht's. I mean, they're all pretty good. But I tried Amazon, and I looked up their colors. You know, I wanted to buy some stuff on Amazon. I use them for other things. They're very good. But paints, they're too expensive because, you know, comparatively, you'd think they'd be around the same or maybe a little less. Uh-oh. There it goes. It's March winds. This is going to be fun. Anyway. Okay, get some indigo out there. Get my cup. And we'll get cracking here. There's the cup. This is one thing, I go on location, I keep forgetting this stupid thing, so I end up dumpster diving for coffee cups and stuff. Anything to put the thinner in. I don't think I need this. Alright. Got alizarin crimson. It's one of those days where we decided to come outside at the last minute. We were going to paint in the studio. I'm glad we came out, because you know, it's not that cold, just windy. There's a lot more activity going on. Makes for a more interesting show. Now if we can get some people coming along, strike up a conversation. There's a color here that you might want to try, you painters out there, that mixes with just about any color, and it just adds a tone, a warm tone, and it's called transparent earth orange. There's also a transparent earth red you can use, but it's unlike a color like cadmium red light, which has it's opaque. That's the big difference between the warms and the cools. These are more transparent, some translucent like cerulean blue, but the warms are translucent and the cools are more transparent. So anyway, you blow through the transparent ones a lot quicker than you will the translucent ones. All right, that's it. Okay, let's go. Crank it up. Put some cadmium olive, not cadmium, you know, olive green, whatever. All right, now all I'm going to do is show you what's important as far as this is my canvas. This is a canvas. Anyway, it's a 22 by 28. Now, in order, and this will show you this. See how the light comes through? Well, if you're painting and you've got that light coming through all the time and casting shadows, it's going to interfere with your. It's also not going to. It'll interfere with your painting, obviously, but it won't give you that nice even tone that you get. So, in order to eliminate that, we're going to put some cardboard on the back. And I got a piece of cardboard here, and let's see. We'll put something that's close enough to it. Got a staple gun. And let's see. We'll fire away. Now this will keep the light, obviously, off the canvas and make for a more even painting. Very important when you go out. I recommend this to anybody. Okay, I got a little extra on the sides. I don't care about that, but I'm going to get rid of the stuff on the bottom. So I bring out my handy dandy box cutters. Whoa. All right. Not going to be even, but that's okay. We're here and we're started, and we're gonna finish. All right, now I think I'll bang these in just in case wind gets behind there and blows it away. Bang. All right. There we go. No light showing through. Helps a lot. Let's see. I'm going to drop this down a little bit. Right about there, I guess. Tighten it up. Make sure everything's tight. That's what happens sometimes is these things are loose and they fall down. You know, stuff that when I have my workshops or we go outdoors, I make sure that all my students understand this, that this should be done prior to painting. All right. The light's going to come around. It's going to probably screw up the whole thing, but that's okay. We'll fake it. Thin-X, odorless paint thinner. And what I do is I usually use anything I can to weight down the back of the easel. This easel is a nice one. You get it at Jerry's, I think, as a mail order thing. I haven't seen anybody in any stores. What the legs are splayed to keep it from flipping over. So regular French easel, they're a little closer, and those have a tendency to they flip over, you know. Anyway, I think the weather's cranking up pretty well, and we'll start painting. Nothing like cold Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Yoo-hoo! Okay, what did I do with them? Oh, okay. I thought I left my brushes upstairs. Last but not least, the brushes. I get an old bamboo mat. You know, these placemats you get? Just roll your brushes up. Keeps them all nice and whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to tone the canvas by using a little yellow ochre. I'm going to simplify the thing today. Yellow ochre and some Thin-X. And I think this will work out fine. I prefer yellow ochre as something warm rather than a cool background, because you tend to follow the color that, I guess, the background. And if it's a warm background, all your colors are going to be warm, obviously. Yeah, I've seen people start with, I don't know, all kinds of god-awful things. Colors, you know. Robin's egg blue and, oh, that's so pretty. You know what I mean? Anyway, dip some of that in there. Oh, woof. Whoa. A little too strong. Use thinner. Thin it down. Crank it up. That's all you need. If you do it with your brush, it's kind of crazy. First of all, you'll be here forever doing it. Second of all, you're wasting your brush. It'll just beat the living daylights out of your brush. You know, a lot of people use it as an exercise just to get the brush moving. So I guess in that respect, that's okay too. I love that light, don't you, Bob? It goes cuckoo, cuckoo. And you got to be nuts in order to cross.